Hey, welcome back everybody. I have started to implement a new strategy in the reduction of nitrous. For those of you who watch Aaron's Aquariums, lately he's been discussing uh, micro scrubbing, basically the process of injecting nano bubbles into your display tank to oxygenate and improve the quality, the overall quality of the water, the corals, that just basically the whole general health of the tank. So it's a really simple easy thing to do. And I've been doing more and more research on it. There's not too much stuff out there, but it's super easy, and I think that had a lot to do with why I decided just to go ahead and try it out, because I already had all the materials, basically just an air pump, run to the return chamber. So day one of micro scrubbing. Been doing some research on Elegant Corals LLC on Facebook. They have a lot of research behind it, plus there's multiple threads and on like Reef to Reef and a couple different forums that I've been reading up on. And so far I haven't seen any negative results. I ran it all night last night. Some people said they saw their corals produce a lot of slime and in the first day. I have not seen any of that. Of course, I started it at night last night, so I probably may have missed it. But so far everything seems to be doing okay. Pretty happy. I'll continue to update you guys on a daily basis. So this is day one. Alright, so this is going into night 2 of the micro scrubbing, and I repositioned where the wood diffuser was. I put it right next to the return pump, and as you can see, I've got a crap ton of bubbles. I think this is how it's supposed to be done. All the videos that I've watched on it, this is kind of the amount of bubbles that I've been seeing. I didn't have too many the first time, and things did look pretty good today. So I can only imagine how this is going to affect things. So I'll keep the update going. So with the addition of all the bubbles, the LPS have started to secrete their slime almost immediately. So this is a fantastic effect. Supposedly this is the bubbles cleaning the coral, helping them to rid of all their excess, I guess, slime, and kind of give them a facial, for lack of better words. So day 2, the whites just came on. This is actually day 1 after the intense micro scrubbing, after I adjusted the airstone. So I definitely think that the water looked more clear today. And I want to track this too, because I do have some algae growth on the back glass, and these are all the bubbles that have basically attached themselves to all the algae. And just from first glance, I would say that the sand does look a little cleaner. However, the whites did just come on. But the glass also looks a little bit cleaner. I'm going to try to not clean it this whole week to see if it does indeed help clean the glass. Everything seems very happy today. Day 2. Day 3. And so far it seems to be having a great effect. I've been slowly reading through the forums. It's pretty controversial. Some people say this is good, some people say it's not. It doesn't really seem to be too much evidence. But so far I can tell you that I have seen more polyp extension. And there hasn't really been any issues with the fish. The algae, however, on the glass is coming. This is, I think, maybe the second or third day since I've cleaned the glass. And I am getting some glass, however, it doesn't seem to be as much as I typically would. Let's see, so you can't really see too much on the glass. You can see some down at the bottom. Overall, it's not terrible. There you can see some. So I'm kind of anxious to see what happens after a week, and still monitoring. As you can see, all that algae in the back has a bunch of bubbles still attached to it. So I'm hoping that as I continue to scrub, more and more bubbles will continue to just lift that stuff away. Alright, day 5. I had to skip day 4 because I was crazy busy. crazy busy. Man, it was a rough day yesterday. But day 5 anyways of doing the micro scrubbing, and so far so good still. I went ahead and had to clean the glass because the algae was steadily coming. In fact, I actually bought a new scraper today because the other one was actually getting some rust on it. I got lazy, didn't wash it off. So because I'm starting to get some, excuse me, starting to get some Coraline. You guys can see at the edge that I need to scrape off, and then I don't like to get too far down with the float because I'm scared of getting sand in there to scratch the glass, so I really need to touch that up. But everything seems to be very happy. I seem to be getting brighter colors, better extension. You can see that Echinata back there. The orange is getting more vibrant every day. The Duncan is extending more every day. The acans just looking great. I'm getting awesome colors. This one in here in the middle is just blowing up. If you guys can see the little baby heads down there. See if I can get it to focus. And then there's a bunch right there at the bottom. It's kind of hard to see. They're just popping up everywhere. I'm getting much better polyp extension on these guys. It's really hard to see. Maybe you guys can see a little bit. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the pink coming up. So the base is supposed to be green. So I have a little ways to go. But hey, there is polyp extension, so there is hope. And I'm actually getting polyp extension off that guy in the back too. All those little specks on it, those are polyps. The polyps are actually supposed to be blue with the base as green and the tips are purple. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but it is still alive. So the micro scrubbing certainly has seemed to provoke all the zoas opening, despite my Asteria starfish issue. These guys are starting to open more and more every day. The leptos are looking really nice every day. These guys are starting to open more and more. I'm actually going to super glue this today, do a water change, make the tank all pretty. I've just been running it at night and then turning it off in the morning. And so far so good. Some of the corals are still sliming up a little bit, but for the most part I think it's pretty much done. I think they're used to it. These guys are getting bigger every day. You can see some of my little shrimps that still made it. These guys like to hang out underneath all the, there's another one, all the hammers. Alright, day 5 logged. So day 6. And so far so good. I think I'm going to end the series here at day 6. Micro scrubbing seems to be beneficial. I did some rearranging, glued some stuff down. Everything seems pretty happy. I'm getting really nice coloration. I'm getting a lot of polyp extension. You can see all the bubbles underneath that rock. They're getting trapped. And as they get bigger, big bubbles will float out. So overall, I think micro scrubbing is going to be a continual thing that I keep doing. Everything seems to respond just really well to it. Stuff just looks better every day. Like, look how big this hammer is. Gotten huge. Don't think it's necessarily the same size it was before the crash, but still, this is probably the biggest I've seen them. Just looking really great. And I don't think I've shown this yet, what the bubbles look like during the day with the lights on. After a few minutes, the entire tank is kind of filled with these nano micro bubbles. I am still seeing some coral sliming up in the mornings. I noticed the acans were sliming. Of course, I did handle the corals quite a bit yesterday when I was gluing everything down. So yeah, so I run this at night. I'm probably going to start running it. I've been running it, I guess, about 12 hours at night. I'm probably going to put it on a timer and maybe run it only 3 or 4. So 6 days of micro scrubbing, and the tank seems much happier, much healthier. The water seems clear. I have not been running a protein skimmer. I have not been running my carbon this week while I've been doing the micro scrubbing. I did a 10-gallon water change yesterday. That's just my weekly water change that I do every Friday or Saturday. Overall, the tank seems to be responding very well to the micro scrubbing. So hopefully this helps shed some light. I saw that Fish of Hex is going to be doing a video on it soon. I'd like to see the way that he implements it. But so far, so good. Thanks for watching, guys.